Good morning. Welcome to the First Parish Church of Stowe and Acton, a welcoming and spiritual community. My name is Meg Rivers-Wright, and I oversee administration, membership, and publicity here at FPC. For those of you visiting FPC for the first time, we welcome you. Please let us know you were here by this is from last week when we were online. Well, there's a yellow card in the pews in front of you, or in the one behind you perhaps, that if you want to receive materials from us, you can fill out. We just like to know who visited us too, so if you fill one out, you don't necessarily get all the stuff unless you ask. Most important to us is that you find what you're looking for, and we hope you do. During our I didn't update my script from last week. We're time traveling. How about that snow and ice? My goodness. I'm glad you're all here safely. So during service, nursery care is available, and children in grades K to 5 attend the first part of our service and then leave for classes. And once a month, we have a children's chapel where the children start their time down in the community room for that chapel. After the service, please join us for conversation in either a breakout room online, if you're joining us from Zoom, or down the hall at the bottom of the stairs in our fellowship hall for coffee. I'd like to draw your attention to the order of service and the announcements in particular. I think on Saturday, and that's on the back page. You can read all about it. And then next Sunday's service is our family music service that we had to delay because of the snow and ice, and that's going to be fantastic music from Disney's Encanto. Our minister, the Reverend Dr. Cindy Landrum, is currently on sabbatical through April. Our sabbatical minister is Reverend Susan Sahusky Brown. And we have a number of guest speakers as well. Today we're delighted to have a guest speaker that our worship host, Shana Gar, will introduce to us as we come together for a time of community singing and worship. Shana?
Thank you, Meg. Good morning. I'm very honored to introduce Deepika Prakash, a community leader. We first met when I started a book club in 2015, so it's been 10 years. And when we both learned of our mutual interest in making art, we became fast friends. And she has been a true friend ever since. While she is here today to talk about the Hindu faith, when I think of her gifts, which are abundant, the number one that I really appreciate is bringing people together and knowing from her heart the importance of community and belonging. So I want to truly thank you, Deepika, for being here today, and we look forward to hearing your words.
Thank you, Shana. Namaste. I am deeply honored to be here today to share my understanding of Hinduism and how it helps me cultivate connections with my family, my friends, and most importantly, with myself. Hinduism, the oldest living religion in the world, has been explored by many spiritual leaders for a lifetime. Yet, its vast wisdom remains ever unfolding. Unlike many faiths, it has no single founder. It is anadikal, which means eternal and timeless. At its core, Hinduism teaches that all beings are created equal and that respect for one another is essential. With humility, I stand before you today, bowing in reverence as I share my faith. Let us now light the Diya, a symbol of wisdom and illumination. As we do, I will chant a mantra in Sanskrit.
I can just explain. Oh, right. Maybe it's after because they're ready to sing.
What? Sings the cardinal. We sing cheer, cheer, cheer. Chickadee, Chickadee, with sweet dream in a February morn of the year. When snow icicles, what sings the sun and moon, will never stand till land and run. Chickadee, Chickadee, with straw and trees, into the fields, into the leaves. When snow icicles, what sings the sun and moon, will never stand till land and run. Chickadee, Chickadee, with straw and trees, into the fields, into the leaves.
As I lit the Diya, which is a lamp, I spoke some words. I'd like to explain the meaning. It meant salutations to the light of the lamp, which brings auspiciousness, health, and prosperity. Which lights my inner knowledge, I bow to the light of the lamp. Please rise in body or in spirit for hymn 22.
Behind the sturdy fence that will
now say together our covenant and affirmation. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. We acknowledge that we are on the unceded territories of the Massachusetts, Nipmuc, Pawtucket, and Wampanoag peoples, as well as honoring and recognizing the Black and African people whose unpaid and forced labor built this country and our state. We celebrate and work in solidarity with Black, Indigenous, and people of color organizations leading the movement for our collective liberation in line with our UU values. I now welcome Rayla Baldwin-Matson for the Time of All Ages.
Good morning. I would like to invite all our young people and anyone else who wants to join me. Come up front. We're going to come this way, though. Don't get too comfortable. Okay, who was on our service that we had online? Ooh. Online where I talked about the zombie apocalypse. Okay, a lot of you. So one of the things I was saying in that service is that instead of telling my children as they grew up all the scary things that were going on in the world, I just told them they just always needed to be prepared for the zombie apocalypse because they never knew what was going to happen, right? And they should always figure out who was on their team. So one of the last zombie apocalypses that we had was during COVID. And during COVID, on my team, I was the one who went out and did all the protesting. And I live streamed it. And I laid across the highway. And I did all of those things. Now, in our current zombie apocalypse, my body's like, yes, you are not doing any of those things. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I felt like, do I need a whole new community? So I spoke to someone in town. And she and I decided that we were going to be part of a gardening community. We were going to start growing lots and lots of vegetables, and the two of us were going to feed our entire town. How good is that plan? The plan kind of fell apart. But then she said, what if we add on to our community? I know you want to be comfortable. And instead of just us, hold on. Not. No, you hold on. Yes. What if we find more people who like to garden? Stick your arm out. And then I said, I'm actually not that good at gardening. I said, but I do have land that someone can garden on. So we got together. A whole group of gardeners. But can our community survive on just gardeners during our current apocalypse? No. You don't know? Well, I can tell you this, no, it cannot. What else do we need to have during our current apocalypse? No one can think. So all we need is to learn how to garden, and we are good for the next 4 years. Yes. Water. Extra water builders. So I have a well at my house, and what I found out is if there's no power, there's no well. So what I've been researching is how can I add a push pumpy thing? What is that called? Oh, a water pump to my well so that if power goes out, we can still access water. What else do we need? Here, William.
Shelter.
I heard skeletons, but I'm sure. Oh, shelter. People who can build. What else? Okay, a skeleton for the skeleton parties. All right, so we have shelter, water, a garden, ooh, and skeletons. How are you gonna make the sun?
It's just going to be seeds.
Seeds. Maybe fire, people who know how to cook. And so what my friend said to me, here, is now in this new zombie apocalypse, what you need to find is who is your new community and what are the new things that you need to learn how to do, right? Because I don't need to have the exact same skills.
The sound's going away.
My son is going away?
Sound.
Oh, I don't need to have the exact same skills, right, that I had in our previous apocalypse. And so one of the things I've been doing is looking out for who is my community. And now, and now in my community of gardeners in my town, we have enough gardeners in town that we are probably going to be able to feed our entire community almost all of next winter. So now, instead of being sad because I can't protest, I'm happy because I'm part of a bigger community and a bigger project. So prepare for the zombie apocalypse, right? And figure out where you fit in your community. And good luck.
And now I'd like to welcome Ann Sadler, lay minister for our joys and sorrows.
Good morning. I am one of the lay ministers, a team of people who help our minister with pastoral care. If you need to contact any of us because you need to talk to us, and we also serve as the organisation for rides and meals, the email address to contact us is in your order of worship this morning. I have received two messages online. We'd like to light 2 more candles, one for the cost of war, and the second candle for all the joys and sorrows that remain unspoken but we hold in our hearts.
I have selected Gayatri Mantra, which is from Rig Veda, which is the oldest known scripture in the world. So I will chant this mantra. This is something I have grown up meditating to, and I have taught this to my daughter, who is now 14. And it's pretty amazing how children pick up everything. So even when she knew the words, she knew the sing-songy voice, so she would just make up her own words, and it's one of my fondest memories of her chanting this mantra without knowing the words. So I thought of sharing this with you all today. I will chant in Sanskrit, and then I will explain the meaning. Om Bhur-Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. We meditate on the glory of that being who has produced this universe. May she enlighten our minds. I would like to read verse 47 from chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. My apologies. Please rise in body or in spirit. So for today's reading, I have selected this verse from the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This is something which really resonates with me and also goes to exactly what Rayla talked about, that when nothing makes sense, we can focus on the tasks which we do. Karma is a big part of Hinduism. Karma means action. So I've selected this verse which I'd like to read, and then I'll explain the meaning. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalhetur bhur ma te sangosta vikarmani. You have the right to perform your prescribed duties, but you're not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Never consider yourself be the cause of the results of your activities, nor be attached to inaction. It is an honor to be here today, sharing my understanding of Hinduism, not just as a religion, but as a way of life, a philosophy that has shaped my connections, my purpose. Yes. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Clearly, I've not done this before.
You're doing really well. Sorry, I'm the guide, and it's my error. I'm really looking forward to hearing Deepika's words, but in the meantime, the very important act of sharing our gifts. This week, we will be offering the urban ministry, whatever we can. So please donate generously if you can. And in the meantime, we will hear the anthem, I Know I Can, by the FPC Choir. And then after that, we will hear the sermon. Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Take
Hinduism, a philosophy and a way of life. I'm standing here sharing my understanding of Hinduism, not just as a religion, but as a way of life, a philosophy that has shaped my connections, my purpose, and my daily actions. In preparation for today's service, I reached out to my family and friends asking them what aspect of Hindu faith is most important to them. Unsurprisingly, I received a different answer from every person. This reaffirmed something beautiful. Hinduism is vast, deeply personal, and ever evolving. It also reminded me of how much more I have yet to learn. So today, with your permission, I'd like to share a few principles that are important to me, followed by those that others practice. Guiding principles, some of them, of Hinduism. Service before self. True fulfillment comes from serving others with kindness and humility. Seeking the higher truth. The quest for knowledge, wisdom, and self-realization is at the heart of our faith. Acceptance and tolerance. Hinduism embraces diversity, recognizing that there are many paths to the same truth. Belief in a higher being and incarnation. Our actions, or karma, shape our journey, allowing us to return and grow into better versions of ourselves. Non-violence and respect. Compassion towards all living beings, including respect for different perspectives, is fundamental. Faith in divine guidance. I believe in a benevolent intelligence that places challenges in my path, not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow, strengthen, and add meaning to my life. Hope. Hinduism teaches that no matter the struggle, there is always a path forward. One truth, many paths. Hinduism is one of the most inclusive and accepting religions. It teaches that while there is a single truth, there are many different ways of reaching it. If any of these values resonate with you, perhaps they too can serve as guiding lights in your own spiritual journey. A significant part of my understanding of Hinduism comes from conversations with my family, particularly my father. When I asked him to summarize our faith, he responded with just one phrase: Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one family. Vasudha meaning earth, Kutumb means family. This simple yet profound belief that the whole world is our family has shaped the way I live. It is why I open my home, build welcoming communities, and create spaces like Diwali Fest, where people of all different backgrounds can come together in celebration and unity. Finally, living by karma. On a deeply personal level, focusing on karma or action has been life-changing. Hinduism teaches me not to be attached to outcomes, but to focus on my duty, my responsibilities, and the integrity of my actions. I'm only responsible for what I do, not for how others respond. Each day, I strive to fulfill my role with sincerity, serve my community, and remain open to learning from others' faiths and beliefs. As I continue on this path, I do so with gratitude, with humility, and with the unwavering belief that we are all connected. One world, one family. Thank you. Please rise in body or in spirit, for hymn 311. I invite you all to chant Om. We will chant Om together, followed by Kalyan Mantra, which I will read. The vibrations resulting from chanting Om lead to a calming effect, thus reducing stress. Chanting Om helps you connect with your inner self and recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. If you'd like to, you can chant with me. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May Om home, may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace.